Good morning, day 206, cooking down the freezer, refrigerator, and working pantry meals. Well, this has certainly been a challenge, but it's been fun, and I'm really enjoying it. But it has been eye-opening, that's for sure. We have a lot of food waste, and I'm trying to eliminate that and put my money to the best use possible, especially in these days of inflation. But even if we didn't have inflation, it would be a good thing to do. So today it's going to be in the mid-80s. It went down into the 50s last night, and it's very nice and cool, but it's refreshing. So yesterday I didn't do too much. I just kind of did a little of this and a little of that. Nothing epic, but I really need to get back to it and do something with this kitchen. I have stuff everywhere and I need to get it done. So I got these from my garden, hydrangeas and coneflowers, and I have orange, and I have the pinky purple. So I decided to pick some because I have so many coneflowers, and the hydrangeas are doing well this year. So, did you know you could put coffee grounds on your hydrangeas? I think it's the acid in the coffee will turn the hydrangeas a bluish color. Now my hydrangeas over the years have turned pink. I used to put acidic things on them, and they were more a purpley color, purple, pink, blue. So I'd like to do that again because I really like blue hydrangeas. Not that they aren't all pretty, but most of mine have turned pink, so I must have alkaline soil. I think I got that right. I don't know, do a little research before you take my word for it. But I think it's the acidic soil that turns them blue. So anyway, I need to get out to my garden a little bit today, see what's happening out there. This has been such a nice summer. It's been mostly in the 80s. We've had a few days in the 90s where it got really hot. And on those days, I just did my things outside early. But 80s is just really a nice temperature. So it's been a really beautiful summer so far. I'm not sure what I'm going to eat today. I did bake up some potatoes, so I'll probably do something with those this morning and this evening because those need to be eaten up. When I looked through, I did have a few that were turning, so I needed to throw those out. But I've decided this year I'm not planting potatoes. I had planned to, but it's with moving everything, it was just too much bother. Last year I planted them, and I didn't get too much yield. I got the baby potatoes. They were really good, but I think I'd rather use my little postage stamp real estate for something where I get a little bit more productive yield. All right, well, I'm going to do a little research on what to plant in my little city picker boxes, and then I'm going to have to get some dirt and fill those up. All right, I'll be back in a little bit with breakfast, day 206. So this is my freezer on day 1 when I started this 206 days ago. So much food. And this is today, and way better. Still lots of food to cook. Let's see what's for breakfast, day 206. So I cooked up some potatoes that need to be eaten. Let's got this little bit of onion chopped up. I think I'll put some of that on my potatoes. And I'm going to have a couple of fried eggs. All right. I think that's it for this morning. I don't need potatoes and bread. So I will meet you at the stove. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And it's a beautiful morning. So here in my pan, I have some butter, and I'm going to add some olive oil too. I like the combination. I'm going to be making some fried potatoes. And I'm very happy since I put up my shelving here. If you haven't seen that video, it's in there somewhere. I have some from the Dollar Tree, some sriracha salt, and I'm just going to add that to my 2 beaten eggs here. Not too much, I don't want too much heat, but I like a little bit of something on my eggs. So I'm just going to beat those up and let them sit. And in the meantime, this is hot now, I'm going to add my potatoes. And this is just one russet potato that I made yesterday, so it's cold. Well, room temperature. And I'm going to season that up a little bit. And season that with whatever you like. I'm going to choose garlic salt. And this potato is not salted at all, so, and some onion powder. And then I'm going to add some herbes de Provence. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's what I'm adding. Okay. So I'm going to let these fry a little bit. And I'm not going to keep tossing them. I'm going to wait until they brown a little bit and then I'll toss them. So I'm going to also add some pepper. That pepper was left over from yesterday's something. And then I have some chopped up onion here that I'm going to add too, but I'm not going to add those yet. Alright, I'll be back when I'm ready to turn these. Okay, now that this is almost brown, I'm going to add my peppers. And my onions. Okay. And this little piece of onion I'm going to save for another meal. This really smells good. See how nice and brown those potatoes are getting? And I don't want the peppers and onions real brown, but I do want the potatoes to be brown. Alright, I'm going to let that cook a little longer before I add my eggs. Okay, I'm going to add my egg. And this is just a fancy version of scrambled eggs. I like this breakfast, and whenever I have some potatoes and other ingredients, I like to make this. So I'm going to let that cook a little bit, and then I'm going to stir it up. I'll be back. Alright, this makes a lot of food. So it's another way to stretch your eggs. You can add potatoes to it and whatever else. You could put spinach in here, you could put tomatoes in here, all kinds of things. So here I have orange and strawberries that I got from my veggie box. And these strawberries really need to be eaten, so I'm going to make a concerted effort to eat those. Now the last thing I want to do to this is add some cheese. You don't have to. I still have this cheddar that I got from Happy Farms, Aldi's, and it's really good. It's got Wisconsin, New York, and Vermont sharp cheddar. And it's really good on things like this, macaroni and cheese. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that. Let it melt in for a little bit. And I would definitely buy that triple cheddar from Aldi's again. In fact, I'm going to put it on my list for when I do go to Aldi's. There's certain things that I do like to buy at Aldi's, and their cheeses are very good, in my opinion. Alright, so I'm going to plate this up and I'll be back. Alright, so here it is, my breakfast for day 206. Cooking down the potatoes and onions and fruit. Alright, let's give this a taste. Okay. It's really a good way to use up an excess of potatoes. You could have this for dinner, for breakfast, for lunch. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this, and I'll be back later. Alright, I wasn't going to go anywhere today, but my grandson called. Can I take him to his friends? So they live just down the street from me. Well, not exactly right down the street, but really close. Takes 5 minutes. So, of course, I have to be a good nanny. So I said I would take him. But I've been doing my daughter's laundry. So I'm doing laundry for 6 people now, including myself. So that's a change, but they're still renovating their house, so she doesn't have a washer and dryer yet, and she couldn't possibly take all this laundry to the laundromat. So I've always got laundry going. But anyway, lovely day. This is my neighborhood, if you can see it through the rear view mirror there. And it's not far at all. So I'm thinking about taking a little jaunt to Home Depot because I'd like to set up my city pickers, and I don't have the proper soil. Now I was thinking I was going to use the soil in my grow bags, but some of that is potting soil, and it needs to have potting mix, which is a much finer soil, and it has way more peat moss or cocoa coir in it. So I'm going to have to buy some potting soil, and that gets to be expensive. But the good news is that you can use the same potting mix in these city pickers for up to 6 years. So that's a savings, because sometimes when you use grow bags and things like that, you do have to put other amendments in the soil. And with these city pickers, you do have to add garden lime and fertilizer, but that's it. You can continue to use, somebody mowing, you can continue to use the same soil, well, the same mix. So anyway, we'll see. I'm going to drop him off, go say hello to my daughter, and we'll see if I go get the potting mix. Now, this car is so small. I love this car. I loved my Sebring. I could haul anything in that car. But the trunk of this car is like this big, and the back seat is this big. So I really can't pick up too much of anything in this car. So anyway, and I really didn't want an SUV. I wanted a smaller car that I'm just more comfortable in a smaller car. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll be at my daughter's shortly and pick up my grandson. All right, I'll be back later. Somebody is in a chair that she's not supposed to be in. Oh my goodness, I just can't keep anything in good condition. Oh well, at least she's not scratching it. I don't mind if she gets up there because she's not so heavy. But, yep. Oh well, anyway. All right. I am stretched out in my recliner chair because I did go to Home Depot and I bought 4 big, heavy bags of potting mix. Of course, then I had to haul them and put them in my car, and then I had to haul them back out of my car, and I had to put them in the backyard. So for me, it's a process, because when I carry heavy things, I think it must compress my spine, because after that, I'm shot. So anyway, I did go get my soil, or my potting mix. And now I can set up my city pickers. But I've been thinking, and it seems like everything has a sense of urgency to it. Like now is the time where you start planting your fall garden. So then you have to hurry up, and you have to get the soil, and you have to get the plants in, and you have to get your starts going, and then you have to start taking care of that. So that's an urgent thing. And especially if you don't have much money or no money, having urgent things to take care of is not a good thing. So I hope you can hear me. Anyway, I was thinking about that, and then this morning I was just kind of, tootling around here, having my coffee, and then my grandson called. And then he asked me very nicely if I could take him to his friends, and of course, I like to go and see them and spend time with them, and if that means driving him to his friends, then that's what I'm going to do. But then that was kind of an urgent thing that came up, because then I wasn't dressed yet, and like I said, I've been doing my daughter's laundry, so of course I wanted to take her laundry with me. So then I had to hurry up and get dressed and fold her laundry. I mean, he didn't say hurry up, I should hurry up and get there, but you know, for me it was a little bit of a sense of urgency, because I hadn't finished her laundry yet, and I didn't want it hanging around here. I wanted to take it to her. So that was a sense of urgency. So then, of course, I had to leave, and then when I got back, all my flowers were droopy in my hanging baskets in the front yard. So then that was a sense of urgency. It's like, I really want to get into my easy chair for a little bit and stretch out, but nope, I had to water. So, but a lot of times, if you don't have money and you urgently need something, that's a problem. So anyway, I was just thinking about that, and how it is difficult when you're on a budget, or you just don't have the money, and things are always in the background, like, oh, do me, do me. You know, like, I've been in this house 20 years, and I really need new windows. My front windows, you know, when the seal breaks, yeah, they look like they're frosted. So I really need some new windows. My garage roof is starting to leak, so I need a new roof. And that's not just a few cents here and there. So I'm sure you guys know how it goes. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's not as difficult if you have enough money. And I know it's like, well, you got to save, you know, put away money. But if you're putting away, you know, $20 a month, and your car's falling apart, you might as well get some roller skates, because it's going to take you forever to save up the money. So anyway, that's just my commentary for the day. And now it's almost 6 o'clock, and I don't feel like cooking. But I did make potato salad this morning, so I'm very happy I made potato salad, and I think I'm just going to go have another veggie sandwich, or maybe I have some not tuna. I might make some not tuna salad. So, but we'll see. I'm just going to relax here for a little bit, and then I'll take you with me to the refrigerator. All right, I'll be back when I'm all stretched out. Okay, let's see what's for dinner, Chloe. What are we going to have for dinner? Well, let's take a look. All right, let's just see. So I got some tuna that's not tuna out. I'm going to get some mayo. And this is almost gone. And I'm also going to use, a little bit of the Miracle Whip, since there isn't much mayo left. So I'm going to have that. And thought I had some lettuce in here. Yes, a little bit. I have a little tiny bit of romaine left. I'll have that. And I think I'm going to call that good. Oh, I should get some, little bit of mustard. And I'm going to use Oh dear, the dill mustard from Walmart. Oh, and the potato salad I made this morning. So I'm glad I made that because I really don't feel like cooking at all. All right, I will meet you at the stove. Okay, well, I have this fish-free tuna. It's by Good Catch. I get this online. I think I got it from Whole Foods. I've had it in the pantry for a while. All right, let's see. I've had this before. It's good. Does it taste exactly like tuna? No, but you know, it's plant-based, so. All right, so this is what it looks like. It looks like tuna. And a lot of plant-based meats and things look like their living counterpart, but it doesn't taste exactly the same, and that's okay. So if you're a meat eater or a fish eater, go ahead and have some tuna. But for me, this is good. All right. So here's a chunk of it. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add some of this kelp to it. And this is seaweed, and it'll give it a fishier taste. And to me, tuna's pretty fishy, so. All right, and this also I think is a little salty. Let me try. It's salty too. Okay. So you may not need to add a whole lot of extra salt to this. All right, I'm going to give it some nice fresh ground pepper. And then I'm also going to add some green onion that I keep here in my kitchen. And I really should plant this outside now. And I might once I get my city picker boxes set up. So I'm going to put quite a bit of onion in here because I like it. And it's good for you. So I'm all stretched out now. I'll put a little bit in my potato salad too. From my excursion to Home Depot. And they had a lot of plants there yet. But I'm not going to plant, or I'm not going to buy any plants. I'm just going to probably either start my own or just plant directly seeds. So I have a little celery here. I'm going to chop that up. And this is just a real quick dinner. I'm not real crazy about a hot dinner in the summer. I much prefer salads and sandwiches. But that's just me. I prefer the warmer meals when the weather gets colder. You know, the soups and the stews and all those comfort foods. So I'm going to put this in for a little crunch. Same way with a little bit of carrot. You can add what you want to this. If you want to add cucumber or, you know, whatever you like. But I'm just going to add carrot and celery to mine. But I am going to top it with some cucumber and some lettuce. All right. So that's that. And I need a spoon. Okay, we're supposed to get a little rain, and it's kind of looking like it might rain. So I think I would like to go dump all that dirt into the city picker boxes and then just leave it so that it gets wet. But I don't know if I'll get around to that before it rains. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to add some Miracle Whip too because I'm all done with the mayo. Then I'm going to put some of the dill mustard in. I get that at Walmart. And I bought a bunch of this dill mustard because for a while they didn't carry it as usual. So I ended up buying like maybe 3 or 4 bottles of it, and now I think they have it again. But mustard doesn't really go bad, and it's been refrigerated, so that's part of my stockpile. Alright, now if you wanted to, you could make a similar salad out of chickpeas or tofu. If you don't have the tuna or no tuna or whatever it is. And this is made with plant-based protein blend, pea protein, isolate, soy protein, chickpea flour, lentil protein, fava protein, navy bean flour. So lots of beans, and then of course it's got some seasoning and seaweed powder, salt, onion powder, yeast extract. So there's nothing terrible in here, and like I said, some of the ingredients in here, you could make this out of tofu or chickpeas. And it's good with chickpeas too, but I have this and I want to use it. So I want to put some onion and garlic powder on here. Oh, stepping over doggies again. This is where they hang out when I cook because they know they usually get a little something. I don't feed them when I eat, but when I cook, I always give them some veggies. All right. Mix this up and taste it. See if there's enough salt on there, because I did not add salt because of the kelp powder. I'm going to give this a try. So it looks like a chunky tuna salad. So let me try. That's good. Oops, wrong lid. Okay. Now I have a mess going here. All right, well, let me put my sandwich together, but I need to get a plate. Okay, so I have my favorite marble rye here. And I haven't had a tuna sandwich in a long time, and I haven't had a tuna sandwich in an even longer time. Before I went vegetarian, I was pescatarian. And I used to eat tuna and salmon and fish. But then I just stopped eating it. So, but I did like tuna. I think tuna was probably my favorite fish. So one of these packages makes 1 or 2 sandwiches, depending on how much you load them up. So I'm going to add a little cucumber. Put on here what you like. Pickles would be good. You know, anything like that. I think I'm going to see if I can get a little more mayo out of here. Doesn't look like it. Just to stick the top of the lettuce or the top of the sandwich together. I'm tired, you guys. I don't know. I go through phases where I don't have a lot of energy. It didn't happen when I was younger. But it sure happens now. Sometimes I think it's when I don't drink enough. I don't mean alcohol. I mean water. I think I get dehydrated. And that makes me tired. What do you guys think? Do you think that's true? I don't know. Sometimes it just makes me feel a little bit out of sorts. And then I think to myself, well, you didn't drink that much today. So, and I've heard too that if you do get a little dehydrated, that if you have joint issues, that it kind of kicks them up. So I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, now if I had some softened butter out, I would put that on, but the butter's in the fridge. And I'm not going to fool with that now. I'm just going to eat my sandwich. And this is about all the cooking I want to do today. Do you guys cook every day, or do you eat sandwiches in the summer? What's your preference? All right. Doggies can have the rest. Here's my potato salad, because I need to use up these potatoes. They're getting a little bit too old. All right. And I only made enough for, you know, a couple meals of potato salad, but I really like potato salad. Sometimes I can eat it just as a snack. And I'm going to add just a little bit more green onion on there. And there we have it. Dinner, day 206. Let's give it a taste. All right. Take a nice big bite, because I'm hungry. Adding the kelp granules really kicks it up a notch. All right, let me try my potato salad. All right, I'm going to enjoy my dinner, get in my jammies, get back in my chair. It's after 7. By the time I finish this, it'll be 8 o'clock. And then I'm going to watch a little YouTube and watch a little television. But in the meantime, that's all I have for you. And I want to wish you abundant blessings. I'm going to cough. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.